Hey, welcome to another Formula Random match. This isn't on day something of Trivia for Fun 2, but Nico will tell us
Day
all about
two.
it.
Yeah. I'll just cut to me right now.
No, I just
Hello,
did.
everybody. Hello, everybody. This is day 2, the main event of day 2 of Trivia for Thon 2. Hashtag trivia, the number 4, THON, the number 2. Once again, click the link in the description below of this video and donate to the 4 Diamonds Pediatric Cancer Research Fund as part of both my and Penn State New Kensington's joint Thon fundraising efforts. The 4 Diamonds Fund is a great organization. All the proceeds donated will go to finding a cure for pediatric cancer, as well as helping cover the costs of the families of patients at Penn State Hershey Children's Hospital. So donate, open your hearts, and we're gonna have a good time tonight.
It's going to be a fun match today. We are not live, I promise.
Let me just check my phone to be sure. Nope, no notifications. We're good.
But yeah, that was an inside joke. Only Nico knows. But it's gonna be a fun match. We've got a UFC match today. So it's gonna be fun. Competing today, we've got Nico. Nico, how's it going?
Dude, peek behind the scenes for those watching at home. This is the 3rd match you will see as part of Trivia for Thon, but this is the 6th match that I've shot in the span of 8 days, and I'm tired. So I'm going to do my best, but none of the 3 of us competing in this match actually studied. So we'll try not to be too mediocre.
Also here we've got Grant. Grant, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going really good. I'm happy to participate in Nico's event, and he's doing good work. And let's hope the fact that he's a little bit fatigued will work in my favour. Who knows?
And last but not least, we've got Adonis. Adonis, how's it going?
What's going on? Allow me to do this. Nico knows what's about to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, I am AD. JB3 isn't here. I am one half of the infamous Now and Forever Breakdown Boys. Yo, this is going to be very interesting because nobody studied. But no, seriously, it's for a good cause. Like I said, I've said it 1,000 times. I'm proud of my brother Nico. You know, I'm ready to do this. Whenever you guys are ready, I'm ready. Let's try not to make each other look like too much of a bunch of, dummies. Let's go.
But yeah, how Formula Random works is the main round is going to be 30 questions long, where they each a mass, however points, and then the last 5, then we go to a 3-minute speed round at the end, which the remaining questions get asked, and if you get one right, you win a point. You get one wrong, you lose a point.
Okay.
So it's pretty basic Iron Man rules, but we're going to start off with the first question. What city is the headquarters of the UFC based in?
Give away my story.
Can you do me I'm sorry. Can you do me a favor? Can you please bring me my glasses? Mm-hmm. Thank you.
We have a Daddy Harloff issue. You can't see what he's writing down.
Dude, no, seriously? I'm getting blind in my age, man. It's rough being 42, dog.
All the things I have to look forward to.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna laugh.
About 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Adonis, what did you get?
I'll put Vegas.
Nico.
Viva Las Vegas, Nevada.
And Grant.
Oh, where's my camera? Las Vegas.
Las Vegas is correct. The next question is, who is the current president of the UFC?
The stories this guy has to tell, whether or not they're true, is up for debate.
It looks like everyone is really Nico.
Dana White.
Grant.
Dana ripped my fighters off. White.
And Adonis.
Dana, I treat everybody like crap. White.
Oh, that's his old
He's a
name. That shouldn't count.
I can't
The-
curse. This is for the kids.
The next question is, who is the current featherweight champion?
Male or female?
Male. Yeah, I'm not a UFC guy, so I do not know that they have the same divisions for both males and females. But
Yeah, from like featherweight to flyweight, the men and women share divisions, and then below that, it's all women.
Shit burger.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grant.
Person that we share a common bond with, Alex the Great Volkanovski.
Nico.
Alexander Volkanovski.
And Adonis.
Alexander the Great, Volkanovski.
The next question is, on 26 November 2016, Conor McGregor was stripped of the featherweight belt due to not defending it for a year, making who champion? Or the interim champion, to sort of put it.
Sorry, can I get? I misunderstood the question.
Yep, so on November 2016, Conor McGregor was stripped of the featherweight belt because he hadn't defended it in a year. Who became champion when he was stripped?
I know this.
This was a very weird thing because they had an interim champ become the champ, but they still crowned another interim champ afterwards.
Yeah. I believe it was because Conor McGregor was a heavyweight champ at the time or something like that. But
Lightweight.
Lightweight champ, 155 pounds.
Adonis.
His name is Jose Aldo, my favorite fighter of all time.
Nico.
Jose Aldo.
And Grant.
Jose Aldo.
No one say who became the interim champ because that might be the next question.
The next question is, current WWE superstar Shayna Baszler faced who in her final appearance in the UFC? I didn't realize in writing this on how many WWE people actually did play for the UFC. I always assumed it was just Brock Lesnar.
Okay, keep in mind, some names are going to be pronounced weirdly due to internationality. I don't know if I have the right answer. I don't know if I have the
Then
right
if that's
answer.
the case, my answer's wrong.
About 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nico.
I might be wrong on this one. I wrote Betchkohea.
Grant.
Raquel Pennington.
Adonis.
Her name is Amanda Nunes. Stopped her with leg kicks.
Amanda Nunes is correct.
Oh, that's right. I remember now.
I know.
Well, I mean,
Good pull.
at least you had the right race. So
He had the right country.
yeah.
The next question is, name 2 of the 4 stars that have appeared on the cover of the EA Sports UFC series.
Okay. So you want just 2, is it?
Just 2, yeah.
Sure.
You said the EA series, not the THQ
EA.
series.
Yeah, the
Yep,
EA series, yeah.
That's why I had to scrub out one of my answers.
But yeah, everyone is ready. Grant.
I got McGregor and Rousey.
Adonis.
Ronda Rousey, Conor McGregor, John Jones.
Nico.
Same thing as Grant.
That is correct. Everyone gets the
Which
point.
one was Jones on?
He was on the. I was about to say he was on. The first one was John Jones and Alexander Gustafsson.
Oh,
Gustafsson.
yeah.
It came out right after they had their first war.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I can remember Gustafsson being on. I just couldn't remember Jones.
All good. We all got it right.
Cover in a second. Yeah.
The next question is: what year did The Ultimate Fighter premiere?
On the now defunct Spike TV channel.
They paid for all the production and everything themselves.
Yeah. Adonis.
2005.
Nico.
2005.
And Grant.
2005.
And the next question is: what was the first match that was inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame?
The first match that was inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame.
Yep.
First match that was inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame. First match that was
This is wrong.
But 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nico.
When in doubt, go with the classic. Forrest Griffin versus Stephen Bonner at the Tough One finale.
Grant.
I went the same. I went Bonner Griffin 1.
Adonis.
I space cadeted and said Diego Sanchez versus Clay Guida.
Grant and Nico tie it up again.
Oh, nice.
So it's tied, right?
Yep.
Yes.
7-7-7.
Now, I will give a little bit of clarification for this next one. I'm not looking for the name of the event like UFC 50 or something. I'm just talking about what number live event. What milestone UFC live event was the first event ever visited by a sitting US president?
Oh, sitting. Shit.
But
yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grant.
The 500th.
Nico.
I misunderstood the question. I wrote UFC 245.
Adonis.
I misunderstood the question too. I put Covington versus Usman, UFC 245.
I mean, we technically all have the.
Yeah, no, well, I was about to say, I was just going to double check to make sure that was the 500. Because I was actually going to give you the point if it is. So.
I'm cool with him getting the point if it is.
It's not. It's not the 500th. The 500th was Diaz. The BMF title was the 500th one. I'm pretty sure. Now that I think about it, because when you said what number live event, that's what I thought.
It kind of made us think like, are you counting every single event, both pay-per-view and free on TV at once? That's what probably.
Yeah.
Did you take it away?
Wait, was Trump at Usman in that one? I don't think he was.
He was.
He was.
He was there. If he was there earlier, then that means Adonis.
I thought he was at the one. I thought he was at Diaz versus.
No, that was The Rock.
That was The Rock.
Yeah, I know The Rock was there, but I'm saying I thought that was the one that Trump went to.
No, Trump went there Trump went to 245 to support Covington.
No, I'm sure he didn't, because I remember saying I thought that would be the event that he would go to.
No,
Right.
you know what?
So
I think he's correct. I think he did go see the Jorge fight because Jorge mentioned it in the press conference.
yeah, the 500 live event was Jorge Masvidal versus Nate Diaz.
And
So
Whether or
he's
not-
right. We're wrong.
Yeah, whether or not he was at the other one, I don't know, but
No, he's right. We're wrong.
yeah. So Grant's going to take the lead in this. That's why I added the word milestone. Like 500 is a milestone sort of event.
Yeah.
So yeah. At that same event, Kevin Lee defeated Gregor Gillespie by what method?
Oh, there goes my lead.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nico.
I think he starched him with a head kick KO.
Grant.
I had TKO.
Adonis.
Head kick.
Head kick KO is correct. And it's all tied up again. The next question is, UFC Fight Night Lewis versus Hunt took place in what country?
I feel like it's too easy, but
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Boards up. Grant.
New Zealand?
Adonis.
I'll put Australia.
Nico.
I went with Adonis and put Australia.
It is New Zealand.
Damn it.
Damn, right on the nose, man.
I mean, those that know me know I cannot resist to put a question about New Zealand in if there is one that relates.
If I were not as tired as I am, I probably would have recognized that.
Well, that's your second one to do with New Zealand. So,
but anyway, the next question is: in 2008, a big controversy happened when Dana White cut ties with what organization?
just out of curiosity, what's the repeat situation like?
I really haven't. I honestly haven't been keeping track. I mean,
Can you want to just?
I can give you a repeat. Yes. In 2008, a big controversy happened when Dana White cut ties with what organization?
I mean, he's angered a lot of people.
Yeah, he did.
I'm just trying to think. Am I thinking of the right organization?
But 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pins down. Adonis.
Comcast.
Nico.
The Culinary Union?
Grant.
This is the dumbest answer of the match. Pride. Fucking hell.
It was the American Kickboxing Academy.
AKA.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. That's why all the fighters went to Strike Force.
The next question is: in August 2011, Dennis Hallman competed wearing what after losing a bet?
This is on every single top 10 list about controversial subjects in MMA.
I might just have not have read a controversy list while watching
Dana
this.
White gave Brian Ebersol a bonus for this.
5,
Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. Nico,
Speedo.
Grant,
Red undies.
Adonis.
Speedo.
Speedo is correct.
It was blue Adonis, but I won't deduct you a
Blue?
point or anything. Yeah, it was a blue Speedo.
No, it was red.
Yeah, I thought it was like a reddish pink.
It was blue. I remember.
It was a Speedo. Who gives it? Children.
Do I not get the point for that, or
I'm not gonna ask him to. I'm not gonna challenge it. You guys can keep the point.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Grant said red undies, so I don't know if that is the same as Speedos, to be honest. I mean, if you guys think I can give him the point, then I'll do it. But otherwise, it'll make it all tied up. So
underwear versus Speedo. Yeah. Okay. Don't give him the point for this one.
yeah. So it is going to be all tied up there. But the next question is: Khalib Starnes famously lost his match against Nate Quarry by doing what?
Oh, Caleb Starnes. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. You want to know the method of how he lost?
I mean, I've got about 3 different ways I will accept. So, but the method of how he lost, essentially. I mean, if you got something around the lines of what I've got, then I'll give you the point. So, but 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pins down. Nico.
Running away / not engaging. Unanimous decision.
I had it wrong. I put punch knockout, but no, I was wrong.
I have basically what Nico has, but the technical inactivity.
Yeah. So that is correct. The next question is:
me and Grant get the point for that one?
Yeah, you and Grant get the point. Yeah.
Okay.
What is the name of the ring where they can test the bouts?
I don't know. I've always called a Sally.
But 5.
Sally is something else, my friend.
3, 2, 1. I mean, I prefer the name of the ring to be called the Undertaker's house, but Nico.
Octagon.
Adonis.
Octagon.
And Grant.
Octagon.
That is all correct. The next question is: Amanda Nunes is the first female in UFC history to be double belted. What 2 titles does she currently hold? And I hope she hasn't lost one now.
And it'll be a while.
Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grant.
Bantamweight and featherweight.
Nico.
Bantamweight and featherweight, aka 135 pounds and 145 pounds.
Adonis.
The women's bantamweight and featherweight champion, 135 on 45.
That is correct. The next question is: who holds the record for most combined days holding the middleweight men's belt? Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Adonis.
Anderson the Spider Silva.
Nico.
Anderson Silva.
And Grant.
Anderson Silva.
one gets the point there. The next question is, who holds the record for fastest knockout in any match, knocking out his opponent in 5 seconds at UFC 239?
Should have been 2.
This was hilarious for me.
4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. Grant
Jorge Masvidal.
and Nico
Jorge Masvidal.
and Adonis.
Game Brett, Jorge Masvidal. Those punches were necessary. They were super necessary.
Super necessary.
Just watch his cauliflower hair bounce back and forth on the canvas.
Jesus, baptizing.
The next question is, who were the first 2 coaches for the Ultimate Fighter?
Can I just put first names?
Nah,
I know their last names. But can I write their first names? I'm gonna say their whole name.
I was going to say if you know their last names, you know better than Oscar De La Hoya.
Full names.
All right. There we go. I had to write all over my own stuff.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nico,
Chuck Liddell and Randy Couture.
Grant,
Randy Couture and Chuck Liddell, not Liddell.
and Adonis.
The Iceman, Chuck Liddell, Randy the Natural Couture, a.k.a. Captain America.
The next question is, what UFC event has the record for highest attendance ever? This time I am looking for a specific title of the event.
Sorry, can I get a repeat, please?
Yep. What UFC event has the record for highest attendance ever? But 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nico.
I think it was Rousey versus Holm. I'm just not sure if I have the right event number. UFC 148?
Grant.
It was Whitaker versus Adesanya. It broke the previous record held by Rousey and Tate.
Mm-hmm.
And Adonis.
Adesanya versus Whitaker.
I will look up the number just to make sure that is the right event. So I just had these.
I don't think I have the right number.
You don't have the right number. I know that much.
But are they right on the fighters?
Yeah, that's what I am looking up now.
Yeah, Whitaker and it broke. It broke.
Yeah, they broke the Rousey home record.
Yep, Whitaker versus Adesanya is correct. Held in Australia, so.
Well, Australia has the top 3 ones because of the stadiums. So
Yeah, that's why I was thinking Rousey versus Holm.
Yeah.
But the next question is, and it's about time this guy's comes up. Who was Brock Lesnar's first opponent in the UFC? The board's up. Grant.
Frank Mir.
Adonis.
Frank Mir.
And Nico.
My mom thought he was sexy, Frank Mir.
You thought it was like, get out of here. Go sit somewhere and go watch something.
The next question is, name one of the first 2 people inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame. So 5, 4,
Shit,
3,
I think
2,
I'm wrong.
and 1. Nico.
You said one of the first two people.
Yep.
I believe Hoist Gracie was one of those first two.
Adonis.
Hoist Gracie.
Grant.
Randy Couture.
Boyce Gracie is correct.
I think the second one was Ken Shamrock.
That is correct as well.
Sure.
The next question is, as we're all tied up again, Ronda Rousey was the first what to win a UFC championship?
This could go in any direction.
Oh, yeah.
I can tell you the answer is not woman.
Oh,
Oh,
My spelling is terrible, but I know what it is.
well,
I think I know
repeat
what
the
it
question.
is.
Repeat the question.
I can do that. Ronda Rousey was the first what to win a UFC championship? Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Adonis.
Olympic medalist.
Grant.
Olympic medalist.
And Nico.
Olympic medalist in judo.
That is correct.
Which one?
All correct.
I mean, Olympic medalist as well as looking for.
Okay.
Okay.
I put-
Suave over here goes in judo. And you're like, that is correct. You know what I mean? We got to clarify things around here.
I put in judo because I thought Dan Henderson won silver medal in the Olympics at one point. So in wrestling, so I just put in judo to be safe.
Yeah,
No, I don't think it did.
I mean, Olympic medals was just was looking for, but either way, the follow-up question to that is: how many successful title defenses did Ronda Rousey have in her career?
Washed her.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nico.
I might have Brooklyn veiled this. 5.
Grant.
I think I might have Brooklyn veiled this. 5.
Adonis.
From all my Spanish-speaking people, cinco.
You all Brooklyn veiled it. It was 6. The next question is: what year was the first ever UFC event? Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, Adonis.
1993.
Grant.
November 3rd, 1993.
Nico.
93.
In judo.
The next question is: how many fouls are there in total that the NSAC can enforce on the UFC?
Sir?
What? Did you really just ask a question about the Nevada State Athletic Commission and enforcing rules? Like, they rarely enforce the rules.
Oh, this is a travesty.
Well, I mean, I know that I get that they probably really enforce them. It's more of a case of how many fouls could they enforce if they really felt inclined to. That's what I was getting at.
How many fouls can the Athletic Commission enforce on the UFC as a company?
You're talking the different types of fouls, not how many in total. Because
how many different types of?
Okay,
throw this question out because it's too confusing.
Can we know the number? Because I'm curious.
It was 35.
Oh, that's what I had.
I was gonna really guess that.
Oh, damn it. That's what I had. Fuck. Fuck.
It was way too challengeable of a question anyway, so just move on to the next one.
The next question is, at UFC 3, Royce Gracie beat Kimo Leopoldo via submission. He then threw in the towel for his next fight that night. Why was he unable to continue competing in the tournament? Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nico.
I believe it was exhaustion.
Grant.
He took too much damage, which caused exhaustion.
Adonis.
I put fatigue.
That is all correct. I mean, I was going to accept either that type of exhaustion. So,
Tired.
the next question is, what kind of finishing move did Patrick Freire use to defeat Toby Imada?
Wait, Patricky Fieri? I think that's a Bellator
That's
competitor.
a Bellator question. And it was a flying knee.
You see, I don't know anything about what this really UFC was. That anyway,
Are we still answering it?
No.
I mean, you've already given the answer out, so
So I watch everything. My bad. If it's by the
it's all right. I was gonna skip to the next question because I've no idea what number question we're at now. But
A flying knee in judo.
in judo, that's my man.
When Brock Lesnar invaded UFC 226, who did he challenge?
We all ready?
Yep,
Mhm.
Adonis.
Daniel Cormier.
Grant.
Daniel Cormier.
And Nico.
DC Daniel Cormier.
Cause I'm all about that cake. About that cake.
God damn it! I had that in my head
And chicken.
as soon as you said the good answer. But how hard did John kick you? My God.
Those picograms were pulsing.
The next question is, who did John Jones face for the light heavyweight championship at UFC 159?
How many repeats do I have left? Because I can't believe I'm spacing on his fucking name.
I mean, at this point, I've given up. I've forgotten on who's used how many.
It's all right, I got it.
But because it's a charity thing, I'm going to go lax some repeats anyway. But
Look, you getting
5,
charity on the charity
4,
event stream. This is awesome.
2,
Everybody's
1. Nico.
I'm not sure if I was thinking of the wrong event. I put Rashad Evans.
Adonis.
Rashad Evans.
Grant.
Oh, no, it's Mauricio Shogun Hua.
Oh, that's when he smashed Hugo.
You're actually all wrong. It's Chael Sonnen.
He beat up Chael Sonnen at 150.
I will. I'm going to do.
Say the question again.
Who did John Jones face for the light heavyweight championship at UFC 159?
I thought you said who did he win it from?
No.
I had to
Oh.
really think about what Malcolm said, and then I realized that's not what he said. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I knew what he said. I just got it wrong.
It's all good. The next question is, how many times has the UFC been forced to cancel an event because of lack of high-profile talent to fill a main event slot?
Shit. No, fuck's sake.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nico.
There was the one time. I'm taking a gamble here and saying there was also a second time.
Adonis.
It happened once. It'll never happen again.
Grant.
I've got one, but I know there was a major reshuffle and an event was pushed back, so I think that's where Nico's getting two from.
They moved an event from Vegas to LA because they would never cancel another event. It was,
but no, they say you'll never cancel another pay-per-view. But the
let
one
Malcolm
that Nico's
read
talking
the
about
answer.
isn't.
Yeah, what up is I've actually got 4.
what?
Say them out loud.
Can you? Yeah.
So
150.
That's the John Jones one.
Mm-hmm.
I think that one was 151, not 150.
I'm getting the events up now, so just bear with me.
That beer went pretty quick. Hey, wench, fetch me a drink. I think first. Yes.
All right.
No, man. You notice things don't change, Nico, right?
Hi, Myra.
Hi, Nico. Where the hell's the thing? Hello, people.
Pass me the Heineken.
Right, so I've got UFC. I mean, I may have mixed up when they've been postponed as opposed to actually being cancelled as well. So, but so I've got UFC 233.
253 hasn't happened yet.
Hasn't happened.
233.
33. 3-3.
What was the headline on 233?
I'll get back to that. I've got UFC Fight Night Lamas versus Penn was cancelled.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't really cancel. They canceled it, and then they took the same fight card and they played it 2 days later. They fought somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
As I said, that's probably where I've mixed it up when I did the answers for this. Because I got UFC 176 Aldo versus Mendes 2, and then the last one is
no, because
that doesn't sound right. Because Aldo and Mendez went off without a hitch.
Yeah, in Brazil.
The second one, that's when he jumped in the crowd and went nuts. Hit him with that. Yeah, I think you need to throw this one out.
Well, I mean,
it's up to you. I don't care. I'm having fun.
Well, I mean, either way, I mean, no one's getting the point anyway.
All right. So, all right.
Because I mean, yeah, like some of these ones, the matches were moved to other events, but yeah, I mean.
But if we're counting core cancellations, that's what the crux of this question is what?
Yeah,
how many events were actually canceled.
I get that. I get that.
Nico is so serious.
This is the last time I try and write a UFC match on my own. The next question is South Korean UFC fighter Chan Sung Jung is known by what nickname?
Wow, that handwriting is horrible.
Mind your business. Live longer.
I can't even.
Live longer when you mind your business.
2,
Oh, no help from the gallery.
1. Nico,
The Korean Zombie.
Adonis,
The Korean Zombie.
Grant.
Korean zombie.
Everyone gets the point.
Bonus question: what song does he come out to every time?
With their
But-
tanks and their bombs.
But yeah, that technically was the last question of the main round. But
Okay.
because of my questions that had been thrown out,
The debacle?
I'm not going to bother with the speed round because there's only 2 questions left to ask. So
Right.
there's
What's the
going to be
score?
just
Man, find
What's
out.
the score then?
It's 22 all.
yeah.
It's tied up.
That's what I have. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I should be ahead. Stupid red undies bullshit. Nico, challenge.
questions to go.
The next question is, what state held the first UFC event, UFC 1, the beginning?
Oh no, you said state.
Great.
But 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, Grant,
Pennsylvania. I don't know.
Nico,
I think it was Colorado.
Adonis.
Colorado.
Colorado is correct.
Goddamn American geography gets me again.
I mean, to be fair, this one I hit them with overseas country geography, so it's even. The next question is, who was the most recent winners of the Ultimate Fighter series, entitled "The Ultimate Fighter Heavy Hitters"?
Crap.
I know her name and I can't pull it.
I mean, I slightly remember her name, but it's not coming to me. And also, who the hell was the dude?
The idiot that used to like to knit.
I mean,
No.
I mean, I will
Yeah.
say if someone can get one of them, I will probably give them the point just because asking for both for this.
This is
might
just
be a little-
anarchy now. You're just giving points out of stuff. Malcolm, I thought you had integrity, my friend.
It's for charity. Give him a break.
This is for charity.
But
No,
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nico,
I got nothing.
Adonis,
donate for the kids.
Grant,
The Crochet King Maurice. Crochet King Maurice.
it is not. It was Dran Espino and Macy Chiasok.
Macy Kiasan.
That's what Nico said.
Yeah, the 145
I
chick dropped to 135 because she didn't want that smoke.
Which brings us into a slight awkward situation because
World champion!
those are the
Right?
questions.
That's the society we live
Well,
in.
I was about to
Everybody
say
gets
Nico and Adonis are tied on 23 points. Grant, but just missing the US state, is on 21. So
So
he's
instead of
at
that
22.
between me and the Suave one here?
that 22 is what
I
I mean.
lost the point.
You didn't
Yeah,
lose anything.
You have 22. You have 22.
Oh.
I just misspoke.
So how do we solve this?
So I take it I'm out. I could do a question.
If you've got one, then yeah, go ahead.
Alright.
But
Trying to make something that's easy enough that I know I don't have to fact check. All right. Who beat Evan Tanner to become the middleweight champion? I don't know the event off the top of my head, so
Who beat Evan Tanner, or who did Evan Tanner beat?
who beat Evan Tanner?
Okay. then I have the correct answer.
All right, Nico, what do you got?
Rich Franklin.
And Adonis?
Tito Ortiz.
The correct answer is Rich Franklin.
Which means Nico is the winner.
Yo, I get that first title defense, bro. Coming for that. No.
Of course. By the way, you were thinking of when Evan Tanner's down for the light heavyweight title.
Wait. Yeah, see, that's the whole thing. Back then, it wasn't called the light heavyweight.
It was called the middleweight. It was middleweight.
Yeah.
But,
so wait up.
So technically, we can still do we still have a tie?
I'm not wrong.
Do we still have a tie?
Challenge, because I'm not wrong.
I mean, if it used to be called the,
you know what? It's for charity, and my brother Nico deserves another title on this. But he puts in a lot of work for the charity and for the community. So I'll let that ride. Yo, first title defense, I'm coming for you, bro. And it's not gonna be nice. I'm coming for you, son. Cause it was a middleweight title fight. You know.
I was about to say Grant can ask us another question if he wants, but if you're giving me the win here,
man, you win. He said Rich Franklin. That was the answer he had in his head. It's Rich Franklin. I'm not.
Yeah.
You know, it's all good. But I'm coming for you.
But yeah, this was a fun match with challenges, questions being thrown out all over the place. But I mean, it's one of those ones when you're writing any matches, just writing a whole bunch, no one. You put up a post, ask for help, no one offers the help with the ones not needed.
No,
anyway,
if we continue to do this, and there's ever a time that we're gonna do a UFC match, I got encyclopedias on this sport. Literally, I have books. I can write questions all day.
Yeah, well,
I have the internet.
He said I have the internet.
I mean, it's in saying that, like, next time we'll reach out to like Nico on that to help, right? But because he was in it, and I really, with such short time to actually like write, even though this was on the books for a while, I didn't actually start writing it until the start of January. But anyway, Nico, how do you feel about getting the win here today?
I feel pretty good. Fun fact: this is actually only my second win in Full Metal Trivia ever. And I've been in this thing for 3 years, so the fact that like that's only win number 2, it's crazy. And also, it seems like every time I get a win in one of these random Ironman matches, like the score is so razor thin close. Like I remember the NXT match with Andrew and Hunter, like we kept it so close. And here again, split by literally 1 point per person each. In that final round. So I'm proud of my performance. I'm proud of the performance that these guys put on. Like there's an argument to be made that this should have ended in a 3-way draw. But like, hey, I'm glad I was on the winning side of things, albeit controversy or not. That's for you, the viewer, to decide. But I thank you to Adonis. Once again, this was his second match here as part of Trivia-a-thon 2. Grant, I'm happy to have had you here as well for this match. Malcolm, you've been doing a lot of work for me for this week-long event, and I can't thank you enough for all the work that you've done. And to you, the folks at home, I got to plug this one more time. #Trivia, the number 4 Thon 2, Trivia-a-thon 2. Click that link in the description below, and please donate to the 4 Diamonds Pediatric Cancer Research Fund as part of my and Penn State New Kensington's Thon fundraising efforts, trying to find a cure for pediatric cancer, trying to help the folks at Hershey Children's Hospital and cover the costs of the families who have patients there. Let's all do a good thing together.
Adonis, how do you feel about just coming so close?
The way you put it, I don't feel good at all now. It was so close. Really close. He knows how close it is. He knows I'm looking at him right now. That close. Nah, honestly, if I'm going to lose, I'd rather lose to my brother, man. You know, it's all good. I had fun. Honestly, yo, it was fun because we all kept hitting. Like, if you got something wrong, it mattered. You know what I mean? It was cool. It was fun, man. I answered a lot more questions than I thought I was. So, it was cool. And honestly, I don't even do this anymore. Didn't I retire 6 months ago? I had a nice little I waved at the people, threw up the deuces sign, and I kicked rocks. But this is fun. If we're gonna do this again, I'll do a UFC one again, because this was too close, and I don't want to go out like that. But yeah, man. Thanks to Grant. Thank you, Malcolm, for hosting. Nico, you know what I mean? You know what it is, brother. I don't even gotta say it.
Yeah. It's the saying goes, just when you think you're out, they drag you back in.
They suck you back in.
But Grant, how
madness.
Sorry, I missed that, buddy.
It's how do you feel about how the match went?
Oh, yeah, disappointed that I didn't win. Different in languages when it comes to undies and speedos, and not remembering Hoist Gracie's the thing that's going to piss me off more than anything. But no, make sure you donate and do everything and support Nico in this as much as you can. And anytime there's a UFC match, the last time Nico was doing an MMA one, I think the last match was between me and Sean, and it literally came down to a bonus question. So it's always close.
Yeah. But yeah, this has been another Full Metal Random. There'll be the Lego Movies one coming up and
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, and then you've got the Reactors Rumble, the Avatar one sort of coming on throughout the week. But yeah, until next time, just stay random, everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.